Listen up, mate, because there's plenty brewing in paradise tonight. From Liam Scales calling for a full reset to Brendan Rodgers swearing he's more fired up than ever. And wait till you hear what Hugh Keevins just said about the Celtic board. It's explosive stuff. Trust me, you'll want to stick around till the very end. Big thanks to last week's top commenters. You've been brilliant. James Brooks, always leaving great thoughts. Margaret, thanks for joining the chat and supporting the channel. Billy Noon, cheers for jumping in as well. Let's see who makes it onto next week's list. Keep those comments coming. We have 6 news a day to keep you updated with the mighty Celtic. Hit that subscribe button and be part of it. You know, mate, when Liam Scales came out and said we've got to get back to basics, I could almost hear the echo of every old boy at the bar nodding in agreement, because he's spot on. It's been a rough wee spell, hasn't it? Losing 2-0 to Dundee. Dundee, for the first time at Dens Park in nearly 4 decades. You could feel the sting of that one like a cold wind coming down from the Clyde. 1 win in 5 games, 5 points behind Hearts. It's not what you or I expect from a club with the green and white hoops. But here's the thing, Scales isn't hiding. He's standing up front and center, saying exactly what we've all been thinking. Run harder, fight more, and for heaven's sake, defend like it actually matters. None of this fancy sideways stuff. Get back to graft, to hunger, to that working class heartbeat that built this club from the shipyards to paradise. And you can tell he means it, can't you? He's not talking about tactics or formations or the sort of manager speak you hear down in Govan when they're explaining away another rebuilding phase. No, he's talking about the sweat, the graft, the kind of fight that made Lisbon 67 more than just a date. It made it a legacy. It's been a bruising few weeks. That Champions League exit to Kairat Almaty was a proper gut punch. Then 1 point from 2 Europa League games, not where we should be. A 1-1 draw with Red Star, then that Braga defeat at home. You could feel Parkhead almost groaning in frustration. But Scales is right. It's not about panic, it's about pride. Outwork the opposition, outthink them, outfight them. You can have all the flair in the world, but if you don't win your battles, you're not fit to wear the badge. Thursday's game against Sturm Graz isn't just another fixture, it's a statement waiting to be made. Under the lights, at Parkhead, with the drums, the songs, and that mad electricity that only paradise gives off, this is where you find out who's really up for it. And I tell you what, if the boys come out flying, pressing, and snarling like a team that remembers who they are, then Graz won't know what's hit them. But here's the question for you, and I mean you personally. Do you still trust this squad to rediscover that fire? Or are you starting to think Brendan's lost the magic that made us believe in the first place? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jay it loudly till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic. Dafts. Brendan Rodgers, when he says he's more motivated than ever, you can almost see that fire flickering again behind the calm face, can't you? You can feel that stubborn Northern Irish grit bubbling beneath the polished suit and the press conference charm. Because let's be honest, mate, this isn't the start we dreamed of, not by a long shot. Losing to Braga, getting turned over by Dundee, it's been like watching a Ferrari engine misfiring on the M8. And Brendan said it himself, we're trying to drive a Ferrari with Honda Civic gears. But here's what I love about him. He's not hiding behind excuses. No finger pointing, no sulking, no trust the process waffle like you'd hear over in Govan. When the blue lot start pretending a draw with St Mirren is a masterclass. Nah, Brendan's owning it, standing up there saying he's got to find the right tempo, the right shape, the right fire. And you know what? That's the Rodgers we fell for. The one who made the hoops dance, who had us playing football that was pure poetry under the paradise lights. He knows it's not all trebles and confetti every season. Sometimes you've got to drag yourself through the mud before you rise again. And right now, we're in that mud. Players out injured, confidence wobbling, the press circling like seagulls over chips. But if there's ever a time for a Celtic side to show what they're made of, it's now. Thursday night under the floodlights, the air cold and electric, the stands trembling with hope and fury, and you can tell Brendan feels the weight of it. He said it straight. He's privileged to manage this remarkable club. That word, remarkable, it's not said lightly, because this isn't just football, is it? It's a legacy built by the working people of Glasgow, by Irish hearts that refuse to bend. And when a manager speaks with that kind of respect and conviction, it's hard not to back him, even in rough waters. Still, there's no hiding from reality. We need a spark. We need goals. We need that swagger back. No more half-hearted passing. No more soft goals conceded. We need to stand up and fight, like Brendan said, because this club was never built on comfort. It was built on courage. So here's the question for you, and don't dodge it, mate. Do you still believe Brendan's the man to steer this ship through the storm, or do you think the magic of his first reign has already faded like a summer sunset over the Clyde? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Hugh Keevins, the man loves nothing more than a bit of doom and gloom, doesn't he? Every time the boys take a stumble, he's there, coat collar up, ready to declare the end of civilization as we know it. But this time, and I can't believe I'm saying it, the old lad might actually have a point, because when he talks about red flags and mediocrity, you can't just wave it off, can you? The summer window was a shambles, pure and simple. You don't need to be a football guru to see that we lost genuine class and replaced it with players who, at best, look like they're still figuring out which way paradise faces. Keevins said the club tried to bluff their way into the Champions League, and that's exactly how it looked. We strutted into Europe like it was 2012 again, only to be outmuscled, outpaced, and outplanned. You know how it felt, watching it? Like turning up to a Sealid in a tuxedo while everyone else brought their boots. We just weren't built for the fight. The board thought they were being clever, trimming costs, talking about long-term planning, while every Celtic fan could see the obvious. You can't cut corners when you're trying to build a team worthy of the green and white. Keevins says it plain: you reap what you sow. Harsh, maybe, true, almost definitely, and it's not just about the money, it's about intent, about whether the people running this club have the same fire in their belly as the folk who fill the stands every week. Because it doesn't matter how many slick statements come out of the boardroom, if the product on the pitch looks like it's running on fumes, then no one's buying it. And there's that question that just hangs in the air, isn't there? Who's actually signing these players? Brendan, the scouts, some mysterious committee in the background? If Brendan's not the one picking his own squad, then what are we even doing here? You can't expect the man to build a Ferrari if you're only handing him civic parts. And now we're staring down January, wondering who'll hold the checkbook and whether it'll even matter. Because if Brendan's really off at the end of the season, as some whisper, what's his motivation to spend big for the long term? And if the board's lost faith in him, why trust them to get it right after the last mess? So here's the question that's bound to split you right down the middle. Do you blame Brendan for the poor signings? Or is this whole thing on the board, who've turned one of Europe's greatest clubs into a bargain bin experiment? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it loudy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic dafts.